For me, at this point, I think it's safe to say people should stop applying for the UK health and care visa. And the reason is really obvious, aside from the fact that the UK government has placed a lot of restrictions on the health and care visa. Many people already on the health and care visa are actually losing their rights to work in the UK. Now, today is 20th of March 2024. It's a Wednesday, and this week alone, I've been contacted by 8 different individuals about the fact that they just got a letter, they just got an email from the UK Home Office that their license sponsor has been revoked, thereby their visa has become invalid, and they are given 60 days to get another employer to sponsor their visa, or they are required to leave the United Kingdom. So it's really sad, seeing that many of the sponsors actually losing their license, and this is in turn affecting every single individual who are sponsored by those organizations, and they're forced to start looking for another employer or leave the country. So that's why in this video I will share with you other opportunities that you can explore if you're looking at working as a caregiver outside the United Kingdom. So if this is something you'd like to know, or you know someone who just lost their right to work in the UK as a caregiver, then you sure do want to share this video with them. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button, and by the subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Guys, if you know anyone who is currently sponsored by an organization called Support Services First Choice Limited, it's important for you to let the person know that their sponsor's license has been revoked. And everyone sponsored by this organization called Support Services First Choice Limited, they are probably going to get an email, or they have even gotten an email already, that they need to get another sponsor, or they have to leave the United Kingdom. So care firms, as overseas worker license revoked by the care home. And this is because the UK is actually, the UK Home Office is making, or they're carrying out investigations right now to make sure that the care visa route is not being exploited by both the organizations and people applying to get a right to work in the UK under this visa category. Now, according to the information circulating online, it says that a care company, which was a care company I mentioned earlier, has had its license sponsor to sponsor workers from abroad revoked by the Home Office amid an investigation into claim it was breaching migrant workers rule. Now, this organization called Support Services First Choice Limited is being investigated by the UK government, which says it would not tolerate what it calls illegal activity in the labor market. Now, the Hawick-based firm, so this organization is based in Hawick, provide healthcare workers who support people living in their own homes across the border regions, but its international sponsorship license, which allows it to use relaxed immigration rules to fill vacancy, has been suspended after concerns were raised about how staff were treated. And the truth is that most organizations, or most people working with these organizations, are really treated badly. Now, one of the individuals that called me this week, to share that their license has been revoked and they are actively looking for sponsorship to remain in the UK, mentioned the fact that sometimes in a week she probably gets to work only 3 or 4 hours in a week, and she gets paid, I think, about £11 per hour. So in a week she probably doesn't make more than £30 a week. Like, the question is, who survives on £30 a week in the UK? And it's not because they don't want to work, it's because the employer doesn't even have enough job to match the number of people they brought into the UK on the health and care visa. And many of those people on this visa, people who have spent on thousands of pounds to study in the UK, because they couldn't get a professional job, they had to settle for the health and care visa. So many of them, especially for those who are married, their partners are the one actively working and sorting out the family's financial need. So it's really sad, but the sincere truth is that's just the reality, to be honest. So investigation is currently ongoing by the Home Office, and in a statement, the Home Office said the care provider were found to be non-compliant with the requirement for organizations that hold a sponsor license for migrant workers. It said it would be inappropriate to comment while an investigation is going on, and that any accusation of illegal employment practice are thoroughly looked into. And under the rules, it says that based on the 13.5 hours working week limit, staff must be paid a minimum of £20,960 or £10.75 per hour, whichever is higher. So if you're currently working as a caregiver and you're not earning as much as this now, give an example of the person I just mentioned now that earns about £30 to £40 a week. In a month, that's just about £120. That's even enough for grocery shopping for the entire month. So this particular person's organization has been breaching the migrant worker rule in the UK. So if you're not paid minimum of £20,000 annually or 10.75 per hour, whichever is higher, you are working with an employer that is not meeting the rule, and there's possibility that employer's license might be revoked if it hasn't been revoked yet. So those found operating unlawfully and paying staff less can face prosecution. So the reason many people can't even report their employer is because they don't want to report their employer and the employer loses their license, which in turn affects them. So many people are really dying in silence, but which is really sad. Now, the Scottish Border Council confirmed it will be working with the Home Office to alleviate care worker shortage created by the current investigation into company. Now, in the statement, the local authority said a care provider has lost their international sponsor license and they are engaging with all parties to ensure the continuity of people receiving care under these individuals. Amidst all of these challenges faced by caregivers in the UK, getting their sponsors license revoked and their visa, in turn also taken away from them, that's why I'm introducing you to a particular program in Canada that allows caregivers to move to Canada with their family with the hope of becoming permanent residents. Now, this program is called the Home Child Care Provider Pilot and the Home Support Worker Pilot. This is an opportunity currently going on in Canada at the moment, and this is a 5-year pilot program that lets qualified caregivers and their family members to move to Canada with the goal of becoming permanent residents. And what do you need to get qualified for this particular program? You need to go on different agents' websites in Canada and start pushing out applications. So if you want me to make a video to talk about the different care agents in Canada that can help you get a job, then you sure want to put a comment in the comment section. Now, if you may offer a job in Canada as a caregiver or have experience working in Canada as a caregiver, you may be able to apply for permanent residence through one of those pilots. Now, the application should be different depending on your situation and how many qualifying years you have. So, what are the qualifying metrics for this particular program? Now, you must care for children in your home or in your employer's private home. The location can't be institutional settings such as a daycare. You don't need to live in your employer's home to qualify. You must have experience as a foster parent. Your experience as a foster parent doesn't count. Now, you must also care for someone who needs help from a home support worker in your employer's private home, and you don't need to live in your employer's home to qualify. So you might want to go on on Canada government website to read more about these two pilots. Is one of the opportunities people are leveraging on right now to work as caregivers in Canada and ultimately get their permanent residents to live in Canada. So if this is something you'd like to know more about, go on their website and read more about it, get more insight. If you have any question, please state in the comment section. And if you find this video resourceful and insightful, please do well to click on the like button. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do well also to hit the subscribe button below to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.